Hello, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News Now, coming to you from our digital desk. We're about to take you to a news conference set to get underway, being held by the Cleveland Family Center for Missing Children and Adults, also known as Cleveland Missing. You're seeing the family there of Michelle Arnold. Michelle Arnold has been missing since October 26th, and she is listed as an endangered missing adult due to the fact that she is a type 1 diabetic who requires an insulin pump. This is the first time we're hearing from the family in all of this. Again, this is taking place at the Cleveland Missing, also known as the Cleveland Family Center for Missing Children and Adults. There is the president, Chief Majoy of that organization. And full disclosure, I also sit on the board for Cleveland Missing. Let's take you live now to get details of this latest missing person case. Michelle Arnold, missing since October 26th of this year.
Could you each just start by saying your name and spelling it for us and the relationship to Michelle? Also, thank you guys for sitting down with us.
Michelle White, MICHELLEWHITE, and Michelle is my sister.
And my name is Ebony Arnold, EBONYARNOLD, and I'm Michelle's sister as well.
Lois Jester, that's LOISJESTER, and I'm the maternal mom.
Robert Winston, ROBERTWINSTON, and Michelle's father.
Can you guys talk to us just about the last time that you were with a woman person?
My name is Janez Vines, JANEZVINES, and I am a close family friend.
My name is Keith Winston. It's KEITHWINSTON. I'm her uncle.
Can you guys just kind of start off, when the last time did you see Michelle?
The last time that I physically saw her was on a video footage. She was leaving her girlfriend's house in Banbury Court. She was leaving out. She was coming to get some of her things. The young lady walked behind her, and they went off camera. The young lady came back by herself, and that's the last time that I physically saw her.
What date was that?
That was on the 28th, I believe.
And so when did you guys...
Well, no, I'm sorry, it was the 26th.
26. So when did you guys kind of get with of like, okay, something is wrong? How many days after until you went to police and reported it?
We got a call from Maple Heights Police Department. My brother Alan, he got a call and stated that there was a welfare check put on her, and that was by the girlfriend's cousin, which is strange to me as well. The girlfriend's cousin did a welfare check because she'll text her and said that she loves her. So that's why she did the welfare check at Maple Heights. And Maple Heights called us to be able to enter the home, which we gave them, authority to do or whatever, but they didn't. So we went over and checked ourselves. But that's how we got wind of, something was wrong.
The girlfriend's cousin.
You can set the part down.
Okay. And do we look at you guys? And
Yeah, just like in
okay.
a conversation, so look
Okay.
wherever.
Okay.
And that was, the girlfriend's cousin, explain that to me. Who's the girlfriend?
The girlfriend, her name is Etasia Hogan. The cousin's name is Imani Johnson. And Imani basically explained to me that her and Shell was really close, and that's how she met her girlfriend or whatever. But it's just like a lot of back and forth with that, a lot of just miscommunication, a lot of lies, because Imani told me she didn't deal with her cousin anymore because of what she did to my sister. But when I'm talking to other people and other people are calling me, they're telling me they're thick as thieves. So it's kind of just like a lot of lying going on and just,
Would you suggest, and this is one of those tough questions, but do you think Michelle just maybe needed a break and went off, or you think it's foul play?
I definitely think it's foul play. I'm trying to stay positive, but I definitely think it's foul play because at the end of the day, she had $1.34 to her name when she left. Janez is the one that dropped her off. She called her to get groceries. She didn't even have money for food. Janez went and brought her food.
Not only that, you know, just who she is. You know, she would never go this long without speaking to anybody.
Especially on holidays.
Never.
Yes.
You know,
She coming to get her plate.
it just wouldn't happen. And then for her phone to be disconnected literally days after, you know, this, not sure if that was when her phone bill was due or not, or if it was turned off, I don't know. But that's just not something that she would do. She's had
She
that
would
number
do.
for years.
And
She
then-
wouldn't be without a phone.
And then also we're going to speak about her type 1
Yes, ma'am.
diabetes. You know, there's no way she would go this amount of time
She needs that to
without a
live.
medication.
Yeah.
You know, or even being in contact with a pharmacy or a physician. You understand what I'm saying?
You said that she family friend, I believe.
Janez.
Jeanette, you said you dropped off groceries to her?
Yes, so I work really close to the house in Maple, and she knows my work schedule. I've been seeing her very regularly. She was helping me get my daughter transportation back and forth to school. So she texted me, I get off work at 6:30, she texted me like 6:30 and asked me if I had a couple of extra bottles of water in my trunk. And so I said, yeah, and I asked her if she needed a case, and she said yes. I told her I was going to stop at the store, and I would bring her a case. I'd be there in 15 minutes. This was Thursday the 26th. I went to the store, got her a case of water. I've known her since she was 13. So when I looked at her, I don't know, something just, and I asked her, I said, what you eat today? And she's like, she didn't eat anything. And I said, why? I said, is it because, she said, because there's nothing in there. I said, is it nothing that you want to eat, or is there physically nothing in there to eat? And she said it was nothing in there. I said, okay, get in the car. I'm going to take you to the store. We're going to go get you a couple of groceries. So I took her to the store, and she got her groceries. When we pulled back up, she was coming to get them out the car, and she said, can you take me around there so I can grab my stuff? And I knew what she was talking about. She was speaking about her girlfriend's house in Banbury. And I said, I thought that I picked you up with your stuff last week. I said, I thought you got all your stuff. And she said, no, it's some more stuff over there. And I said, okay. And she knew I had to get back to get my daughter, pick my daughter up. She said, you can just drop me off and I'll get a ride back. And so I know how relationships go. I didn't press the issue. I'm just like, okay. So we pulled up, we sat in the car and talked for maybe when we were in the parking lot in Banbury for about 5 minutes. She got out the car. I always watch her till I can't see anymore from where the walkway is from the parking lot. Once she was out of sight, I pulled off. I left, and then it was the next day I texted her because she was supposed to be coming to my job to put in an application, and then I told her about my mom's job, and I said, you were supposed to come up here. I told somebody else, and they got hired. And she's like, oh, at your job? And I'm like, yeah, we still got open. And she's like, okay. And that was at 12:20 in the afternoon on Friday. And that was it. And I had been texting her, calling her, and I'm just like, Shell, please respond. Please say something. And just nothing. It's just been nothing.
And that was the 27th, you said, that you were texting her? So you were the last person to see her within this week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does that feel?
It feels terrible because I just need to say, like, I should have told her to just get her another. I was dropping her off. And I feel so bad. I feel so guilty. And it's just like, it's been awful. And like I said, she has been, like, we have been together so much over the last 2 months that I know she would not respond to my calls or my texts. And I'm just like, I don't know. I just keep thinking, what did I drop her off to? What did I drop her? What situation did she walk into or walk away from? And like Ebony was saying, we were together watching the videos from the Ring camera, and we see her walking away, and we see her girlfriend following her. But then we see the girlfriend come back, and we don't see Shell come back. But then there's, stories how this Shell did go back, and you just couldn't see her because she came from the back entry. And it's just, everything is just a mystery. It's just like.
And what do you guys know about her relationship with this girlfriend or ex-girlfriend?
I never heard about her. I
Me
never
either.
knew her.
Neither have I. Actually, this is
wouldn't know.
probably one of the ones that we never really ever got a chance to
Any
meet.
other girlfriend that she
The
had,
rest
we
of
knew
them we got
about.
a chance to meet.
We got a chance to meet.
This one here, never met her. And I spoke with the young lady over the phone. She seemed a little shy and not as talkative, you know. But that's all I can get out of her. She didn't share how much of a relation, you know how in depth their relationship
Well,
was.
I got that out of her first, that she was very shy and quiet and nice and all of that, but it turned into something else. Like, she just became threatening and just saying a lot of weird stuff, and you know, so she's just is not as innocent as she appears to be. She's done threatened me. She done threatened my kids to come up to my job, and you know, it's just very strange. Just telling us to get ready for a funeral and all of it. So she's not as what she seems to be. Like, I just want to put that out there.
So obviously, us as reporters would have to follow up with the police department for this. But have police talked to the girlfriend and that cousin? Are they even in the equation, or
Yeah.
they're kind of looking outside of them?
They're just, let's just say this, they're being talked to. Yeah.
You said that you could tell when you saw her last she was off. Talk to me about some of her mannerisms. What did you notice when you saw her that was a little bit different?
I don't know. I look at it like, I like to think it's my mom instinct. You know, I'm a mother. You can just, when you're around somebody so much, the fact that she called and asked for water, and it's like, why do you only want water? It's just like, it was red flags. Why do you only want water? What else do you need? And I got on her butt, and I said, you don't have anything in there? I said, now you know better. You know that you're supposed to at least have some ramen in the house if you don't have nothing else. And she said, I did have stuff, but I took it all to her house. And I said, so you took everything you had to somebody else's house and left nothing for you? And so it was kind of a, I don't want to say scolding, just a being real. Like, we don't give so much and we have nothing left for us.
That's what she does.
But that's what she
She's
does.
helpful like
She
that.
helpful,
She
yeah.
helps everyone.
Everyone, yeah. She'll get the coat off her back, the shoes off her feet.
Interrupt us at any point.
Sorry, I'm just gonna say, you talked about a mother's instinct. It got brought up. Parents know their children best. In your gut, I'm sure you play everything over a million times. What does your gut tell both of you where your daughter is right now?
Well, my gut tells me, hopefully she's somewhere safe and everything comes out okay. But it's been over 30 days now, and that's not good. And all I have to say about that, if I could tell this to my daughter, Michelle, if you see this, I want you to please come
Come
home.
home, sweetheart.
Because we all love you.
We all
come
love
home.
And
you.
she with open arms.
Mommy is too.
We all here,
We're all
open
here.
arms.
We're all here.
I don't know what happened. I don't know the case. But I'm here for you. And everyone is.
We here for you.
We all love you. And
Yeah.
we need you here.
We need you
The
home.
holidays are here and we need
We
you.
need
baby.
you home, no matter
We
what. We
love you.
love you. We
No
love
matter
you.
what,
What happened, we don't know. But
we
we
don't
will
know.
get to the bottom of it.
Right.
And we
just want
always
you to
got
come
your
home.
back.
If you see this, please.
Please come home.
Please come home. We
Most
got
of
your
all-
back.
Most of
We
all,
got
we're
your
not
back.
gonna stop.
And we're not
I'm
gonna
not
stop.
gonna stop.
It ain't gonna stop.
looking.
Ain't no stop.
Never.
Ain't no stopping.
Ain't
We
no
love
stopping.
you. Come home. No matter what. We family, what we've been through, we love you. Please come
Please
home.
come home.
Please.
Please,
Please.
Shelly, come home.
Please. Fight. Come home.
Just come
Be
home.
Fight.
strong, baby.
And be
strong.
strong. We
Whatever.
love you.
Be strong. And
Come home.
My other question, because again, parent knows their child best. All we see is her name, her picture. That's all we have. Mom and Dad, if you guys could talk about who your daughter is as a human being, so that we can get more than
She's
just
a
the picture.
very loving person. She does everything for everyone else, it seems like, but herself. And this is the thing I'm getting, that she didn't have anything in her house,
Yeah.
but she does everything, and she knows she can call me as a dad anytime. And we don't see each other that much, but she knows I love her, and she can call me anytime for anything.
Right.
And I never turned her down for nothing.
Nothing.
So, with that said, she's just a loving person, man. She does everything. I say, well, why are you doing this for that person? And you barely can take care of yourself. That's the question I posed to her. She said, well, Dad, I don't know. It's just in me. That's what I do. I said, but you have to take care of yourself, sweetie. You are number one. And then you can take care of someone else. But if you can't take care of you, you can't take care of no one. So please, if you see this, Michelle, I need you to come home, baby.
Call somebody, text
Call
somebody, anybody.
Let somebody know.
Your
She's a
mom,
very
your
loving
dad,
person.
Alec
She
Kenny,
does
D,
everything
Janez,
for
call
everybody.
somebody.
I
Please.
believe she get a lot of that character from me. And I fall short all the time because I'm always doing and looking out for somebody else other than myself. It's a pro and a con to it, you know what I'm saying? You feel warm and you feel happy when you can do for others, but then you're like, okay, here goes me. But my gut feeling, I believe she's still here with us.
I feel that too.
I really believe that.
I
And I
do.
need you to come home, Shelly. We need you to come home, sweetheart. We need
Your
you to come
nieces,
home.
your nephew miss you, Grayson and
We got
Nevaeh, they
nieces,
cry every
nephews.
night. They need you to come home. We need you to come home, Shell.
Can we talk about the dynamics of where Michelle lives versus the girlfriend?
Michelle, she lives in Maple Heights.
What apartment complex?
No, it's not an apartment
No,
complex.
she
It's a
lives in a
house.
home.
It's a house on Donnybrook in Maple Heights. It's like the last street before Bedford, right by Rockside. She stays in Maple Heights. The girlfriend stays over in Banbury, so it's probably like a 5-minute or so drive.
Okay, so I was asking because you mentioned you took her over.
Mhm.
Yes, that makes sense.
How often would you guys see Michelle before this? Like once a week, once every 2 weeks? How often would you guys hear from her or see her before this happened?
Well, I just spoke with her the week before.
Mm-hmm.
And we had made plans for her to come back that following weekend. I had car trouble. She said, well, don't worry about it. I'll get away down there. And she said, she'll call me. I haven't heard from her.
So we talk like, I want to say, probably we text at least once a week at the very least. You know, I'll just randomly text her, or she'll just randomly text me.
Yeah.
And then with me, like we would like really talk constantly. Like we had just had a vacation like a year or two ago. We went to Miami, so we would constantly talk or whatever. But we had like a little falling out for a couple of months, and then we hadn't talked until then this happened. But it would be a regular talking. Can I come over? Can I hang out? You gotta play for me because I cook a lot, you know. So yeah, it would be constant. She's going to talk to somebody. She's going to speak with somebody. I have all of her friends, people from the past that I haven't even seen her around in years that's calling me, texting me, praying. Have you heard anything? Like, I mean, she's contacted nobody.
And she texts me, not that often, but she texts her pops. And she said, Dad, how you doing? And I love you. And I repeated back, and I love you also. And the last time she texted me, she said, I'm going to try to get a ride to come see you. I said, you don't have to get a ride to come see me. I said, because I'm okay. As long as you're okay, then that's all we need. For each other to be okay. And so you don't have to struggle to try to get a ride to come see Dad. I'm here and I feel okay and I'm safe. And I just need you to be safe yourself. And that's the last text that I got from my
We
daughter.
were texting the day before, and it was so crazy because she just randomly texted me like, well, what are you doing? And which she always does. You know, just, what you doing? And sometimes it's, what you doing? Let's go do this, let's go do that. I'm like, girl, I ain't got no money right now. I didn't ask you that, you know, but her last text to me, it was on we had been texting all that week, but our last conversation was in between the 23rd and the 25th, and we were talking about, she was saying that she was bored, you know, and I'm like, why you bored? You know, what you doing bored? I said, well, I'm at work, you know. I said, well, you know, we just moved, so you can go to the house and go unpack some stuff for me, you know. And she said, well, I'm not driving. I'm like, oh, no. I'm like, that sucks. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, you know what? I'm going to go get my sister this weekend and have her come over to my new house and help. This.
The ring camera is the only video you saw of your daughter. Have you canvass the neighborhood to see?
We
any
canvassed
other-
the neighborhood, we passed out flyers, we
Passed out
walked all the way
flyers.
through Banbury, all up and down Maple. I sat 2 hours on, me and her sat 2 hours on Banbury and watched the footage. And like the young lady said, that my sister came back, but there's no footage of her coming back. So we seen that footage, and I watched it all the way up until I literally walked up to these people's door, never seen my sister again. We also have neighbors in Maple Heights, and I've sat 2 hours at their house and watched video footage. And
I didn't know if any businesses nearby had security.
that's what the police were trying to get them on to do or whatever like that. They're like dragging their feet a little bit because that's what I'm not understanding. It was a black car in the yard that they're trying to identify. It's a lot of businesses. It's right off of Warrensville Center Road. There's Taco Bell, there's Popeyes, there's Mr. Chicken, Giant Eagle, the gas station, all of that. None of that surveillance or none of that has been checked, which I'm not understanding why, because it was a black car that was just parked in the yard and it just pulled off. Also, the day that her the welfare check that was done, there was a van sitting in the yard from 6:59 to I think 7:21 or something like that, all the way up until the police came and to Maple Heights came. Maple Heights can't even tell me who was in that vehicle at that time. So it's a lot of dragging the feet with the police at this point. Because if someone did a welfare check and you pull up and there's a vehicle in the yard, why don't we know who was in that vehicle?
You should approach that vehicle.
License
off
plates
top of
number.
maybe,
Or
you know,
something. It didn't even look on the video. It doesn't even look like Maple Heights spoke with them or anything. They just went straight to the door, nothing, and like walked off. They can't even tell us who was in that van, who was in that vehicle. They had their high beams on and they were there for over an hour. And this is footage from the neighbor's house in Maple. So it's kind of like, at this point, dragging of the feet.
What has the last month been like for?
Horrendous, horrible, terrible.
Sleepless, not eating, barely at work, just
Mental breakdowns.
mental breakdown every day.
It's not even daily. It's almost like to the minute. You never know how you gonna feel.
Who gonna
You know,
call?
you
What's
never
gonna happen?
just anything. Your attitude, your mood just changes. In a drop of a dime, you can, you know, okay, today's gonna be a good day. The next thing you know, you're crying
On the floor.
Then you're angry.
Angry,
Then
angry.
you know, you just go through every emotion that there is
Possible
in
to
a
go
matter
through.
of an hour. You know, it's
More
horrible.
minutes,
It's
honestly.
traumatizing. You know, the dynamics of our family has changed with travel.
Yeah.
Oh, where are you at? Who are you with? Let me know when you get there. Let me know. My kids don't. Oh, go outside now.
No.
not
Go
no more.
outside.
You know, it's bad.
Right.
This is bad.
It's terrible.
I wouldn't
It's
wish
scary.
this on nobody.
Because
This
at
feeling is
the
horrible.
end of the day, I just want to say that at the end of the day, this is not just someone that ran off or whatever. The girl had
She
$1
would never
and
do that.
34 cents to her name.
Never.
We have a couple questions over here before you wrap up.
Oh, no, wasn't your, oh, sorry. I was gonna say, we've seen a lot of missing persons cases, especially in Cleveland. Did you guys ever see yourself in this position?
Never.
And I've always prayed for those that are missing, you know, that's in a situation.
Yeah.
Just here this week, you know, there's other people missing, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
and I still pray for them as well, but I've never
Pray for
seen
them as
myself
well,
in this
but
position.
this
Like, I'm a true
situation
crime
here-
buff. I watch it relentlessly, the true crime and all that, but I never thought that this would happen, ever.
Last question is more of an emotional time. During the holidays, you know, people have lost a lot of people, they've died, but you guys are in a place where you're trying to celebrate each other, but also think, like, where is Michelle?
Where is she?
Sorry, you went through one holiday, and Christmas is next. So how are you guys planning to navigate this and move as you can?
I counsel all my plans. I counsel all my plans, and the thing was about that is, you just want to go tepid high, you know, and
Right.
wait for this call about my baby. But I've got the spiritual guidance and guidance from other people saying, well, you need to be around someone, family, someone that loves you. If something does happen, you will be around someone that loves you, and you can pull through it much better instead of being by yourself. So that's how the holidays is for me. I want to cancel everything,
Me too.
and
Me
it's just
too.
not good without my baby. I never had a holiday without my baby. So
Right.
It's bad for me.
It's just like you don't want to cook. You don't want to do nothing. Like, only reason why I just cooked this Thanksgiving, my friend came all the way up from Texas and just pulled me out of the bed like, you got to get up. You got kids, you gotta cook. I wasn't about to cook anything. I didn't want to. I'm very festive. I love the holidays, but it's just like I don't care. I gotta find her. She on my mind. It's just I don't even want to celebrate.
Me personally, I
Nothing.
didn't do Thanksgiving, but my niece, she popped up. She was over and she like, Auntie, I'm not gonna see her, let you go through this. She prepared our dinner,
It's depression.
but it just wasn't the same, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even if she didn't sit down with us, Mom,
Still
where my
come get her
plate?
plate,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And I wasn't getting that call. This past Thursday, I didn't get that call. And I just got to the point where I'm giving it to God. I know He's watching over her. But like everyone says, I don't wish this on
Nobody.
Nobody.
And I just want her
It's
to
just
just
the
know
point
that
of
she's
not having
okay.
no closure. You know what I'm saying? You don't know. You just don't know. And that's
You don't
the
know,
bottom
that's the
part.
bad
You
part.
don't
And
know.
your mind can't do nothing but think the worst.
And wonder.
When you put together certain details and you look at the situation in itself, it's just like,
It's the not knowing.
It's the not
yeah,
knowing.
It's
but
the
you
not
think
knowing.
your
The not
mind just
knowing.
automatically is like,
No,
oh, okay,
something
this is
happened
not
and they
right,
found
you know?
her on the street or something happened and you know it's gonna hurt. We're gonna cry. We know where you at though. We know it's the not knowing that is driving
It's
us
just
crazy.
crazy. It's the
Literally
not knowing.
mad, driving us
And
mad.
then the health, her health. You know
Then
what
her
I'm
health, her
saying?
diabetes, like what? Like she was
That-
just hospitalized 3
That
times
really
this year.
bothers me.
She was hospitalized 3 times this year for going
She
without
has
her
to have
medication.
her insulin. She can't
Yeah.
basically live without it. She has to have it. You understand what I'm saying?
She can't go 24 hours. She's on the pump. So she needs to refill that. She can't, like, she's went to work and was like, oh, I left my medicine at work. I'm going to be okay. And then the hospital's calling, like, her sister just went into a seizure at work because she, you know, went a couple of hours without the medication. It's severe. It's dire.
She's the
She
number one
needs
diabetic.
it.
The number
She was
one.
diagnosed at 9 years old. She needs her
Right.
insulin.
Is there anything else you guys want to say? Anything else that you guys want to say?
I just want to say,
Just
baby,
want
come
you.
home.
Just come home,
Just come
Shell.
home.
Please.
We
You are
need-
not in no
If
trouble or
anybody's
nothing.
holding her or anybody knows
Just let her
anything,
go,
tell
please.
us, call the
Talk.
police.
Yes.
Just
Please.
come on, give us our baby back, bring her home.
Please, you are
Let
no
her come
trouble,
home.
nothing. Nobody wants say you just let her come home. Just please come home. We love you, Shell. You know.
With all of our hearts.
All of our hearts.
Please.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Really do.
If you guys want any one-on-one,
A very emotional family, understandably so. Michelle Arnold, or Shell as the family calls her, has been missing for quite a while. October 26th, there appears to be some accusations being thrown by the family. That's all we can label them as accusations. We want to show you her picture again. Michelle Arnold, her family pleading using the Cleveland Family Center for Missing Children and Adults as a platform. They are chipping in to try and help. Some accusations against a girlfriend that there had been some trouble, had been taken over to her girlfriend's house to gather some items and then was never seen again. And as you heard, an emotional plea by the family, please come home, you're not in trouble. They just want to see her again. We will continue to follow up on this story. We will, obviously our reporter Winnie Dorch was there. She will be checking in with the police department, handling the investigation to see where that stands. And the very latest. If we have any other breaking news, it'll be here on our digital platforms. Our 11 o'clock news is underway on CW 43, and look for our noon news on Channel 19. Until then, I'm Dan DeRose with 19 News. Have a good afternoon.
19 News is everywhere. Download our CTV apps and follow us on social media @Cleveland 19 News.